So our temporary jacks that we put in last week proved to be a little bit too short. So what we did was order some special custom ones that are a little bit longer.
Mouser, I believe.
Mouser.
Mouser.
And let's see, I got them here. They showed up this week.
How do they
and
look?
You'll notice they're longer.
Ooh,
A bit.
hopefully enough.
Hopefully just enough. But also, they're just round shaft instead of, you know, all funny. So it should be a little bit easier to get the plugs on them.
Yep. And are we going to show them the special surprise?
Oh yeah, I ordered knobs for this too because I didn't want to use the cream knobs on this. So I actually picked up
Bam.
Bakelite vintage knobs.
And these are kind of cool because they are what is known as either chicken head or rooster head.
Those are rooster heads.
These are rooster head because they have that extra crown on them. But this order happened to come with one chicken head.
Which looks like that.
Like that. See? No crown. Yes, crown. Okay.
So now we got to take off this front plate, and now that we freed this, we can get the exact location of the tab and drill the retaining hole there for it, and see how it goes on. Here, mark the width of it. Center. Now we need a drill bit. Okay, so we need to make a little hold down clip for our patch wire that comes from the sub assembly over to the amplifier. And I found this little old battery clip. It's got enough spring to it and it's about the right size to hold our wire. But we got a little extra length that we don't need here, and we got a little bit extra tab here that we don't need, so I'm gonna hit it with the grinder.
Okay.
We're going to, as has probably happened to this cable a few times, change it.
Change.
Because we've already got this patch cable conveniently sort of ready to be desoldered. There's very little point in putting a jack on the other side when we can just solder this end of the line
To the potentiometer.
right to the potentiometer. Work out nicely. What is stick in? If you've never seen the inside of an XLR, you've got one of these guys in there. Compresses the cable. Okay, so now we've got 1/4 inch on one side and exposed on the other side, and this will go to our shield, one of these to our tip, and one of these to our ring, and we can very easily figure out which one's which with the meter.
Okay.
And that clip we just made is here. The general idea here is that we need to be able to get from the big potentiometer over to the amplifier with a 1/4 inch cable, because it's nice and shielded. So what we're going to do is install this on the subassembly here. So we've got one side of the wire goes to the potentiometer, then we can curl that around it, and then when we attach it in place it can be firmly held to the chassis, soldered in, and then no tension can happen, right? So that's the basic idea here. Clever, huh?
Are you going to use a screw or nail?
Copper nails.
Okay.
We obviously don't want to risk
The wood splitting.
anything like that, yeah. So,
Pilot holes.
yes indeed. Floppy panel. Okay.
Did you need this?
Well, that would normally go in the back, but we're trying to get as much length out of these as we can, so
Alright.
it'll just have to...
Have to do.
Yeah. Okay, so we got those.
Yep. Are you going to want to solder wires off?
Well, we're gonna solder the potentiometer lines first, right?
Okay.
So one side of this needs to be the ground, and when we were inside the unit, which one was it? We all know where the wiper is. It's the middle one.
Okay.
So now we need to make sure that we get this right. Addie got it wrong on her Amplify Me.
Well,
So that's all the way up.
Mr. Expert.
That's all the way down. So when it's all the way up, we want the greatest amount of resistance to ground, so that none of the signal is being shunted to ground. So, get ourselves up in the K region here.
Did I get it backwards?
And then we measure from the wiper to one side, and that is our low amount of resistance, and this is currently our high amount of resistance. It's 10K over to this side, and I turned it all the way up. So this one is ground, this one, this one is ground, this one is the signal coming in, and that is the wiper. On this one, blue is our tip, and we need that to go to the far side, or the signal side. And then white is going to our tube, so that's the wiper. See if I can do this without burning my finger. Come on, buddy. And then our shield, or ground, goes to our chassis and all that nonsense. Goes to this side of things. I need to add more solder to that one yet, because all of its solder came down.
Wow, that's a lot of extra solder.
That's what was on there when I started. That's the old stuff.
Nice.
Okay. So that looks good. We check our connections. So we need our meter.
So blue you said was to the tip?
Yeah, blue is to tip, and in our circuit, that's the signal coming in. So here And on the meter, it's 0 resistance. And the ring should be to our wiper. And it is 0 resistance. And shield should be there to ground. And yep, 0 resistance. Everything's good.
Moment of truth.
How many moments of truth does this project have?
Many. It's even got a little tail.
So it's looking pretty good on this side.
Yeah.
So that plugs right into our amplifier.
Yep. Whoa.
Some clearance here. I don't know if it's going to be enough though.
Well, we'll mock up a chicken head knob there. What do you think?
I don't think it goes far enough for the set screw to get to it. Okay, with the white ones we can get them all attached, and I think this one is really close to the bare minimum for clearing the faceplate, but we'll just have to see. This one may be a tiny bit too short. I think I want to just find longer ones so I can use my Bakelite knobs.
Yeah, but this one still isn't long enough.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Well, we now know it's a 10K, so
yeah.
Blah.
Okay. We will figure it out.
Well, now we have to drill holes in the faceplate so that we can check these against it.
Another moment of truth. Trick number 173. Whisker has grease on his fingers from the, I think the motor.
The drill press.
The drill press motor or what have you. And he is applying it to the potentiometers. That way we know how to or where to cut the holes for the faceplate. So bam. Trick number 276. Those are calipers that I use to measure ECGs. So if you have a nurse around the house who's got ECG calipers, or if you have tweezer-like objects.
Violin makers, luthiers use a similar tool to this that actually
Compasses.
hooks in,
Ah,
curves in at the end.
handy.
So what you can do is go to your center of your hole there.
On one side.
You can see how it lines up to our graphic on the other side.
Yep. Bam. Ba-ba-bum. Moment of truth number
1 billion.
1 billion and a half. Bam. Fits like a glove, Whisker.
Yep.
How are you going to attach it to the chassis anyway? Are you going to?
You've got the jack that comes through a hole right here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then it pokes through, and when you put the nut on it, that holds it in place.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a hole we could do.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
Okay. Dude, that's awesome. It works quite nicely. What do you think?
It's too close up against there at the moment because you can feel it touching.
Uh-huh.
But
we're gonna get new potentiometers anyway. For the second time.
okay, so we drilled the voice box out. Hello, don't smoke. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and now we've got all three, so we're gonna see if everything lines up here. Yeah, lines up. Looks like there's a tiny bit of touching on this side of this knob, but these are all nice. Yeah, So with this one little nut here, it holds the chassis up against the front of the case and compacts this down to it so it's all tight. Okay, this is, you know, I can't even get that one to stay on because these are still too short, but you know, that's what I want it to look like. You know? I want it to be in black.
Whisker's frustrated.
Yeah. Waited all week to get these longer potentiometers and they're not longer.
Yeah, well, we'll keep at it.
False advertising. That's what it should look like. Yeah, that looks better. We just need longer ones. Because the black, the bakelite looks way better than the white plastic.
Alright.
What do you guys think so far?
Let us know. Alright.
Okay, so third set of potentiometers.
Gray
the ones
duck.
that we got
Gray duck.
just a little bit too short. And the next size up.
It's a little crazy.
But they are plastic shafts on these. So they're going to be really easy to cut down.
Yeah.
So what I did here was put on my knob all the way down on the shaft and measured this distance between here and there, and then I want about a 3mm clearance above our plate for the knob. So this distance minus 3mm brings us to about there.
Yep.
So now we know where to cut each of the knobs, and we can take them back off of here and go over and maybe bandsaw.
Bandsaw.
It's plastic, should be easy.
Yep. Ba-ba-bum. Moment of truth. Number 4,000.
Okay, joke's all day.
No, it's not. 781.
Round those right out to the bottom.
Yeah?
Set screw in place.
Bam. Look at that. With the rooster head knobs, too.
Yeah, bakelite, man. Bakelite.
Is this like an epic moment for you, Whisker?
Yep.
Epic moments of epic moments.
I think everybody that likes vintage stuff dreams one day of designing their own amplifier that has bakelite knobs.
It's a little overkill.
No.
No?
No, because the amplifiers that got us interested in this kind of thing
Had bakelights.
Yep.
I see. Are they tank resistant?
No. Well, maybe. Alright, so there's our filter, pre-volume. Still have to solve this, guys, so comments on how we can get this to stay totally flat. We've got that piece in place, but we've still got a little tiny bit of play in here. Yeah, which we really don't want. I need ideas on that.
Alright.
Yeah, everything turns nicely.
Yep.
Alright, so that's it for this week. We got it that far. Next time I think we'll start trying to put things back together and maybe work on updating the power supply for the field coil. We'll see.
Okie dokes.
See you guys then.
Ciao.
Comments.
We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe. And follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.